Good morning. I'm just going to put a few little bits and pieces onto this bulkhead, and then I'm going back to the spray shop to carry on sanding some parts down, because certain parts like the bulkhead, the roof, the rear tub, you can paint and put together, and then obviously the doors, we've got to make sure they line up before we waste our time painting them. So yeah, let's get on with it. I'm just going to fit a couple of brackets, while Marty's paint shop gets set up, and then pop down there. But I'm just greasing every surface. This is a bit for the steering rack, that will go over there. I just got to get one more bracket. Richard sent the wrong bracket, sent me two left-hand ones instead of a right one. The birds are fledged, so I cleared up the bird's nest, so that's a good thing. We've got these gaskets for the clutch cylinder and the master cylinder for the brakes. That was off Richard chassis. They do actually do a good kit for the bulkhead, apart from I had them missing brackets, but hopefully they'll sort that issue out. Got a bit of a bee swarm going on, I don't know if you can see it. Little bit of gasket seal, nice little job. I did turn this around, but maybe it should have stayed up there, so the longer bit was up there, but don't make no difference. That's sealed up correctly. This bracket for the clutch obviously goes, this side down, so the rubber's down on the bulkhead, because that's the only way that would seal. Making sure we grease all the bolts up, everything's being greased, as you know, as much as possible. That looks like that's supposed to peel off, but I can't make it peel off, so I'm just going to put it this way round. That'll still be watertight from the bulkhead side of things. So my cross member here hadn't got the holes in, and I contacted Richard's chassis about it, and apparently I got the wrong one, so it's a bit of annoying that I've all painted, but they're sorting it all out for me. So good old Richard chassis. I'm pleased about that, because I didn't really want no point drilling a galvanised part, but now I've just got to paint it again, I suppose. If anyone want one. Got the sill rails in. These bits still need to be painted in the paint shop. The gapping's quite good, so I'll try some doors on maybe tomorrow. I'm just got to get finish these red bits off and bits and pieces on here. And get that done. So we're putting the bulkhead back in. I've put the 3 washers that are on the original one, because it seems as like I need it. And also on these brackets here, they had washers under, and that seems like they need that as well, so I'm putting 3 washers underneath that as well, and before we then carry on and hang the doors and whatnot. So we've got a lot of bits in, got all these in. I'm now going to put this bit in, put this felt in with it. I'm just going to cut a bit to go there and then screw straight through. But we're slowly getting there. I've had to use the old bungs there, didn't get them in Richard's kit. Got these all in. So we've got most of the stuff. Got them all in there. Tiny little scratch I done trying to get that one in, that was awkward. Bit annoying. But other than that, that's all in. I can get the seat box in and start sorting some other things out. The measurement between the doors is good. So what I've actually done is put some grease on so the felt stick. So I'm still going to grease everything, because that seems to help the felt. It's not a bad thing, a bit of grease. Stops water coming in. Right, so I'm putting this felt behind, I've got it behind there. It's actually really hard to put a hole in it, so it's hot. That's it, I'll leave that for tomorrow. So what I'm doing is lining the felt up, and then I'm going to put a couple of holes in it with the terminal driver and then set it all together. I'm just doing that so I know where to put the holes. So I'll put that hole in the felt and then screw the screws through. It's surprisingly tough, this felt is. It's really annoying. And then I'll just wind them back and obviously locate them where they got to go, and then put this top bit in tomorrow. But yes, that felt is tougher than what I think, so I'll bring punches for it next time, I think. So this is made so tight I've had to take the felt out of the other side because I can't get it in. And I've scratched the paintwork now. So I'm going to try bending them out, bending these side bits out a bit. It's the trouble with all this non-genuine stuff, they just don't make it properly. So I just bent that out a little bit. And I seem to be lining up a bit better, so I'll see if I can get the felt behind it and start again. Right, so I eventually got screws in each side with the felt in. But that was really difficult. But this fitted well. Trouble is it's scratched a little bit because you're messing around, which is a bit annoying. But never mind. So we've got the screws for the floor in the pack from Richard's chassis, which was quite good. That was from LL Bulkheads, and this was from LL Parts, so you don't get all the bits. Well, you wouldn't have got that bit anyway, but you don't get the felt either. But I've got some other stuff at home what might be a little bit better. Right, that'll do for today. We've had enough, it's too hot. Cheers.